Creation, evolution. My final answer. Jesus said, in the beginning he made them male and he made them female. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. And what God has put together, don't let man take it apart. Now, throughout the ages, people have come along like Darwin and said, oh, no. In the beginning, there was this natural process, and out of one arose everything else. And you have modern thinkers like Dawkins and Hawkins and Mike Shermer and others, and throughout, you can go back all as far back in written history as you can pull up, and someone has always come up with something other than what Jesus actually said. In the beginning he made them male and he made them female. And what Jesus said was really quite profound if you think of it on a cellular level or in a scientific way. I was watching on YouTube TED Talks, a talk by David Page, head of the Whitehead Institute at MIT, and he's studied the human genome, especially the Y chromosome. He has a TED Talk of why sex matters. And he brought out this point that in your beginning, you personally, each human being that's listening, you were either male or female. I mean, scientifically, we know that when the sperm meets the egg, you have, well, maybe you don't know. You have either an XX pair or an XY pair. That's the most common. You can have XXY, you can have single X's, but then you get into, there's a lot fewer of those, but on a cellular level, what Jesus said is true. Think about that. Thousands of years ago, this prophet from God, or if you have a Christian faith, God in the flesh comes along and says, no, in the beginning, he made them male and female. And that's continued from the beginning, from Adam and Eve. You've got a male, you've got a female, right? You're either XX or XY. And it's true for all human beings ever since Adam and Eve. That's what Jesus was teaching. No, in the beginning it was this. And we can prove scientifically that that's what you were, because we can do the cellular study on you, whether you're male or female. And we can look at your cells and say, oh, look, XX or XY. So what Jesus said is scientifically true today. Whereas what Darwin said and is not. You don't have any human beings going from either a male or a female and producing others without a help, right? You don't see anybody going from an XX to an XY. Not on a cellular level. They can disguise it on the outside, but on the inside, there's still XX or XY. Every cell of your body is that way. So we don't see any life form transforming into something else. We don't see fish becoming mammals, or reptiles becoming birds, or birds turning into lizards. We don't. It's never been actually demonstrated, which would make it scientific if it could be. I mean, we see the egg of a frog turn into a tadpole, which doesn't look like a frog, and then eventually grows up and it looks like the parent. But on a cellular level, Jesus' statement is more true than anything you've ever heard Darwin's, Dawkins, Hawkins, or anybody else say about our human beginnings. So for me, the final answer is, Jesus is right. I'll believe Jesus. I mean, I started out believing him anyhow without the cellular proof. But now there's also cellular proof. So not much more needs to be said. I mean, you can get into all the fine details of this animal or that animal, but for human beings, what Jesus said is still true. Actually, if you go back and you read the book of Genesis, you'll also find that it said he made the birds before he made the reptiles. So what Darwin said is actually against what Jesus taught. So if you live by faith in Jesus, you just don't listen to Darwin or Dawkins or all the other people that purport something other than what Jesus taught. You just don't listen to them. Jesus says, "My sheep hear my voice." Then I'll listen to another. I mean, I've read some of Darwin's stuff and I said, wait a minute, that's not what Jesus said. That's not what the Bible said. So from both a Christian and a science viewpoint, Jesus is right, and they have a wild theory that they can't demonstrate. And that's my final answer.